Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine and I hope you all are enjoying learning. So student, once again I am Rashmi Gupta in the front of you with the help of new platform of digital learning. So student, today we will learn these two topics. This is the last two topic of your lesson 1 and the lesson 1 is evolution of computer. And today we will learn this last two topic and the topic is generations of computer and types of computer. So student, first topic is generation of computer. So what is the generation of computer? And what is this generation? What is the meaning of generation? So student, the development in the field of computer. The development in the field of computer have been divided into generations. Got it? The development in the field of computer have been divided into generation. And after passing every generations, computer got more flexible, reliable, more smaller, better and faster. Okay. So we will learn all generation. The generation is computers generation is divided into 5 categories. Okay. First generation computer, second generation computer, third generation, fourth generation and fifth generation computer. Okay. So we will learn by the PPT. Okay student. So that you can understood easily. So let me start the PPT. Generations of computers. So student, the development in the field of computers have been divided into generations. With every passing generations, computer got better, faster and smaller in size. So let we see all the generations of computer. So first we see first generation's computer 1942-1956. The first generation computer had vacuum tubes are used. Valve as the main electronic components. The first general purpose programmable electronic computer was the electronic numerical integrators and computer, that is ENIAC. ENIAC built by J. Presper Eckert and John V. Mauchly at the University of Pennsylvania. Okay, so at the University of Pennsylvania. Second generation computer 1956 to 1963. The second generation computer had transistors as their main electronic components. Transistors were very small in size and faster speed as compared to vacuum tube. During the second generations, many high-level programming languages were introduced, including Fortran in 1956, Algol in 1958 and COBOL in 1959. Third generation computers 1964 to 1971. The third generation computers replaced transistor with ICS, that is integrated circuit. The size of third generation computers was so small that they could be easily placed on a small table. These computers were smaller in size, less expensive and very fast in speed. They were more reliable and accurate than the previous generation's computers. Fourth generation computers 1971 to present day. The fourth generation computer system use large scale integration, that is LSI, and very large scale integrations, that is VLSI. So, in the fourth generation computer system use LSI, that is 1000 devices per chip, and VLSI, that is 1,00,000 devices per chip in the construction of computing element. These computers were cheaper, faster, more accurate and reliable than any previous generations of computers. They can be easily placed and transported because of its small size and weight. This also includes handheld computers such as tablets computers and smartphone computers. They required a very small size. They required a very small size ICs and microprocessor. IC's full form is integrated circuits. So, fourth generation computers are required ICs and microprocessor in very small. Fifth generation computer, present and futures. Fifth generation computers are totally based on artificial intelligence. These computers have the capability of logical thinking as humans and learning from past experience. So, student, here we completed all the generations of computers. So, let me see the types of computer, and this is the last topic of this lesson. So, student, there are different types of computers with respect to size, speed, storage capacity and cost. Computer can be classified into the following categories. First, computer, that is microcomputer. First category computer, that is microcomputer. So, these computers are small in size and costless. They are usually designed for personal uses. Therefore, they are also called personal computer. That means PC. They are mainly used in home, schools, office, shops, banks, etc. These computers are given different name according to their uses. Examples: Commodore 64, IBM PCs, etc. Desktop computer. These are designed to fit and comfortable on the top of desk. Desktop computer typically comes in several units such as monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse, which are connected to each other and work like a single unit. Laptop computer. These computers are small in size and can be placed on lap. These are battery operated computers and can be carried in briefcase and used anywhere while traveling. Tablet computers, also known as handheld computers. These computers are smaller and lighter than the laptop computers. Commonly, tablets have 7 inches and 10 inches screen. Tablet can be used to browse the web, play games, send emails, listen to music, watch movies, view photos, read ebooks, and so on. Mini computers. Mini computers. These computers are bigger in size than that of microcomputers. They have a high processing speed and several users can use it at the same time. It is capable to support 4 to 200 users easily. They are used in banks, universities and big organizations. Example of mini computer is PDP-8. Mainframe computers. These computers are very powerful computers. They are big in size with a large memory and high speed. They are designed to tackle huge amount of data. And more than 100 users can use a mainframe computer at the same time. They are used in networked environment. Mainframe computers are very expensive and can be used in a large business organizations, universities, banks, scientific laboratories, airline and railway ticket reservations, and stock exchange markets, etc. Example of mainframe computer are IBM Z series, PDP-10 and System Z10. And the last is supercomputer. They are the most powerful computer with a huge processing speed. These computers are used for weather forecasting, space research, satellite controls, etc. Example of supercomputers are Cray 1, Cray 2, Param, ETA, A10, etc. So student, here we completed the lesson number 1. Okay, so we have completed all the topic of this lesson. So student, I hope you all are understood. Okay, and after this explanation you will be easily able to solve all the exercise that is given in your computer book of lesson number 1. Okay, so you can solve it beta. In any case, if you have any problem, if you facing any problem, okay, so I will provide you the PDF file in your Addis app. So you can check the Addis app, okay, and check your all answers is okay or not. I hope you all are enjoying this session. So next week I will come again with the new topic. Till then, bye bye. Happy learning.